Hi guys, I want to start by saying that this video isn't just to bash God format, just a video I want to make, and I want to make some reflection. I want to give the world my thoughts about the nature of retro formats and how may the retro format landscape evolves, and also on how it started on the premises of how everything started. Uh, that format, I think it was the first retro format to be re-explored. Um, yeah, it was the first, and it also was the first to become popular. Even before the Edison, I remember people were all about the God format. Until 2021, I didn't even know that Edison was a format. All the retro formats I knew about were Tengu Plant, Got, and at format basically. Uh, Edison was new to me, but I knew Got. I played because my friends insist, my friends play it, so I had to play it. Uh, I didn't like it much. I didn't dislike it much either. It was an okay forward with its flows, and well, like I didn't strike my heart honestly. Even before Perfect Circle, like other formats compared to GOT. And I want to talk about how Perfect Circle may be the next GOT format. Not in terms of like failing to see the success that God format didn't have, but Edison had. But more in terms of what many God players were looking for in a format. God format and Perfect Circle are both GX formats, but the power level is really different. Like in Perfect Circle, despite it being 2 years later, the power level is much lower compared to GOT, and that's mostly because of the banned list. In Perfect Circle, the power spell cards are all banned, I guess. Yes, there's no Charity, no Pog, no Delinquent Duo, and the Chaos monsters are all banned in Perfect Circle. So there's no Chaos Sorcerer, there's no Black Luster Soldier. The only card that I think survives from God format is Magician of Fate, which is limited, and Scapegoat, which is also limited. But otherwise, God format power cards are all gone. There's no Tsukuyomi, there's no Terra, there's no Metamorphosis. They are gone. So the power level is much lower despite Perfect Silicon being a newer format. But why power level matters much in this case? I think that um, it matters because of the diversity. Because if only some decks are at a certain power level, only those decks will be played at a competitive level. So in the end, that's what happened in God format. In God format, you basically have Chaos decks and then some rogue strategies like Barn, Reasoning Gate Turbo, which is also a Chaos deck. And yeah, by the way, Stain Gate, Kato TK, but are very few strategy, and honestly, they're not even that appealing because their passive strategies, usually they're not interactive. They're not that interactive. At least that's how I found them. But anyway, yeah, diversity is important for the format being successful. And I remember that GOT also claimed to be diverse, also claimed that the format wasn't really solved when Chaos Turbo was winning everything, that there were hidden games to be explored. And It may be true, but at the moment, it doesn't seem so. Like even among when Casturbo was considered best decks, there were players like Alefia. We remember one tournament with Galway Monarch, but like I don't know if it happened one time, so I don't know if it's a lightning strike or like something that happens once and then never happens again, or I don't know why it never happened again. But anyway, I think that at the moment, Chaos Turbo and Warrior, and in general Chaos decks, best being the best in the format is kinda undiscussed. Not in discussed in the sense that it's indisputable. They're the best decks. But there was one time where it wasn't so. In fact, if you go to the God format page decks, you see that there are a lots of decks list, Crown Control, Destiny Board, like a lot of decks that I never even faced when playing on ladder or on the unranked section of God format on Dueling Book. These are the decks, yeah, they're released, but they never so play. Like no one played them. Are they too weak? Are they? Yeah, probably are too weak, and that's because, like I said, because of the power level of the cards. Chaos monsters are just too strong in God format, so decks are gonna play Chaos monsters. like, just think about it, but Chaos monster were even in the best decks in 2011 and also in 2012 with Chaos Dragon, but especially in 2011. So even after 6 years later, the Chaos monsters were just broken. So God format, by comparison, is much more near Tengu Plant in terms of power level than Power Circle, which is a format that happens 2 years later in 2017, 2018, 2008. Sorry, I won't cut it, so I don't bother enough to cut out the sneeze. Um, but yeah, anyway, this is the problem with the God format. The fact that he wasn't able to reach diversity. And this was a thing that many God players try to achieve because they love the format and they wanted to succeed, to survive, and whatever is your belief, a retro format to succeed over the long term, it needs to be diverse because people get tired of playing against the same decks and the same decks over and over. It's just not fun. It may be even the most skillful format, but it it won't last. If, it won't last. There will be aficionado who will play the format because or reasons. Maybe because they played a lot, so they feel joy, they feel satisfied improving their skills. So like it's like an ego thing. But the majority of trading card games are casual players that play for fun, yeah, like they play it to win, but they want to have fun first. They don't want to stress over and over the same decks, playing the same decks again and again, and against the same decks. It's becoming boring. Even my friends who at once despised Edison, then because they were too bored with God, jumped on the Edison ship and now they're just playing Edison. They don't play God anymore. Even one of my friend that claimed that Edison was unskilled, God format is more skilled. He doesn't play God anymore. He just play Edison because yes, it's bad deck. It is so he has more fun playing it. He gets tired or he got tired of playing Chaos Turbo over and over. He was also one of the guys who tried playing different decks. Like I remember, he tried playing decks uh, with a level 1 water monster that you added with Emissary of Darkness and that you use for metamorphosis. He also played zombies. Yeah, like it was one guy that even liked to play in retro formats, niche decks that were like hidden games. But in the end, it didn't last. Like he would get frustrated and just go back to playing Turbo because it's the format. Chaos Turbo and Chaos decks, so Warriors, like Warrior isn't necessarily a Chaos deck because it just play um, only one last. It's more like an anti-meta for Chaos Turbo. But then we have a Chaos Control, which is a Chaos deck. Uh, so it gets boring. It got boring for him. It got boring for me even before than him. And yeah, that's why diversity is important. Something that people got format aficionado searched for, but in the end didn't happen. Like all these decks, some of these decks are played, like Chaos Return. I remember being played. Otherwise, of course, the Chaos decks like Chaos Control, Chaos Turbo have been played. Earth Aggro have been played. But many of these decks has never been played. Like Wind Aggro, it's I use this got format page honestly to build some of my preferred circle deck because I thought, yeah, in got format these decks were awful because they just couldn't keep up with the chaos monster. Uh, in- so, but maybe in preferred circle with just a lower power level, they're playable. So in fact, I tried Wind Aggro and I won a tournament in Perfect Circle. Of course, it's just a for fun tournament, only 10 people. But still, I didn't lose against the top deck. I won 3 times in Swiss against the top deck of Perfect Circle, which is Perfect Circle Monarch, and lost against Macro Monarch and Chainbeat but that then I destroyed in the top 4. And Chain BT, I want to remember that it's also a rock strategy in Perfect Circle. Like I said in another video, in Perfect Circle there are a lot of games to be discovered. So yeah, I basically reinvented Wind Aggro from God format into Perfect Circle. But honestly, I don't think that's the only deck that can be taken from God and be played. Like I also Ultimate Insect is another deck that I took from God format and I play it in Perfect Circle. I still didn't join it in tournaments, but I use it. It's really not bad. Okay, yeah, this is the list. Insect Ultimate. Like in Perfect Circle, you have Doom Dodger. So Insect is a kind of legit deck in Perfect Circle, I have to say. Like it's not bad. I tried. It's not bad. Doom Dodger is crazy. Recruiters are good, and especially yeah, Doom Dodger are crazy. They have Monarch are good, so insects make for good tribute fodder. Over the other decks that I remember, yeah, it's better if I show some of the decks. I'm not gonna show everything. Oh, okay, yeah. Gravekeeper is another deck from God format that can shine in Perfect Circle because it has received support, commandant, and also this card is yeah the Gravekeeper's package is kinda good in Perfect Circle. The power level is lower. It's not gonna be a Tengu power level Tengu format power level, but it's still I think a nice strategy. Then let's see another deck. Fairy's Counter, the Fairy deck. We also play with the GBs, another deck that it's good. Yeah, I know. I think if Windagro is able to win tournaments, I also think the strategy are maybe Fairy's counter is even better. I don't know, but maybe it will scope because I like him playing the format, and so I wanted to succeed. I will because I'm liking it, but I think that I'm not too copying too much because the power level, guys, is really lower. So lots of strategies can be discovered. Then there's also normal. Yeah, I have to finish building this deck. But like you see, uh, there are support cards that these tribal decks received, like Fairies received Nova Summoner, uh, received Freya. There's Mudura from God format. I think yeah, there's a Fairy decks also here, but that of course never did anything because because like of the power level. So yeah, they're more complete decks because they over the GX booster sets they received more support. So there there are hidden games that can be played. Oh yeah, right. Dragon have to finish building it. Yeah, there's Claudian's first version of it. There's Crystal Beast. Also, this deck I play it. It seems good because it's the monarchs are basically the chaos monsters of the format in terms of power. They're the boss monsters of the format. So like any deck that can have his access to tribute further is good. We have Crystal Promise, which can summon Carbuncle, summon a lot of guys to use for tribute further for Lad and Ryza. Then what else? Yeah, Desert Twister. Yeah, this is another iteration of Windagro, but with Desert Twister. Did they finish Elemental Hero? Okay, anyway, many of these lists are kinda untested. Like this list is definitely untested, but the Gravekeeper is not untested. Uh, Crystal Beast is not untested. This is not untested. Art of the Underdog. It's another deck that receives support in Perfect Circle. We have Justice Break, which is basically a stronger mirror force for normal decks. It also receives Gene Warped Werewolf. So, like, I think that Perfect Circle is. I don't want to say the Tangle Plant format of the Jigs era because, like, many Tangle Plant players say, I play Tangle Plant because the archetypes are complete. But yeah, you get what I mean. In Perfect Circle, many archetypes, many strategies are complete, while in GOT they aren't. So in GOT they are unplayable, but in Perfect Circle, due to the lower power level and due to more cards having received support, they're playable strategies. Then what else? Yeah, Ocean Control. Yeah, there are six samurai, another deck, Spellcaster. I tried this deck, it's honestly good. Magical Dimension is bust. Having cheap removal for monster is also a good thing. We also have Copycat, another preferred circle card. This card basically copies the stats of opponent monsters. So yeah, like I said, many decks, many archetypal, many archetypes receive supports over the boosters. So like Perfect Circle is a complete version of GOT. I have to say because like honestly, GOT I think it was never meant for Edison to be played with the intent of having only a few top decks. It was meant to be played because it was like old style Yu-Gi-Oh! So it wasn't meant to play because of the play style, a slow play style with less move per turns, like classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Style. So and that's also why I think people invested time in creating these decks, these gimmick decks that never did nothing. So that's like this page and the comparison to how many decks are actually in the top cuts of GOT format tournaments is the direct showing that GOT format also failed in achieving what he wanted, a diverse format. And that's also maybe the path that Edison is taking, but because I see over time that more and more players are just playing. The format is still evolving, but players are just going in one direction, playing the clear best decks, and rogue strategy have been abandoned. I also see that I remember I started to play Edison in 2021, and I remember many of the rogue players aren't there anymore. Because like that, there are among retro format players, there are many players who play a format because they want to play raw strategies. I'm one of them, even if I won in Edison with Frogs and then GB, but Glazer Beast was also considered a rock deck at the time I topped. But anyway, yeah, I'm one of them who likes to play rock decks, rock strategies, because I want the format to be diverse. I want everything to be kind of on the same level. No, it's okay to have top decks, but the gap between top decks and other decks shouldn't be that big. Otherwise, it's gonna happen what happened in God format. People are gonna play the same decks, mostly the same decks. There will be some spare top from time to time, but it will be, I don't know what, I don't remember even the saying in Italian, but you get it. It will be once and never again. So yeah, that's it. Mm, that's the problem, and that's also why I think Perfect Circle have a chance at succeed as a diverse format. Let me go. Probably many didn't see the last video. I don't know if I don't think this video is gonna get viral. But let's talk about what I was talking before in the video. This is the win beat deck that I used to win a Perfect Circle monthly tournament. It was only 18 players, so like nothing more than a local. But like I said, it may be a fluke, like not a fluke, but false up. I don't, sorry, I don't know what term to use to describe what I'm saying. Uh, but I mean, maybe one swing and never again. But honestly, having played this format, I think there's really a chance for this format to be diverse. Anyway, in this format there were seven Perfect Circle Monarch, which is considered to be the top deck, but only one topped. And it doesn't mean much because numbers are numbers, low numbers are even more numbers, are less numbers than big numbers, so it doesn't mean much. But I think that also perfect circles suffer from the Tengu Plant format syndrome. Like people are just gonna play the deck that it's called what's called the format for. But like if you go to like zombie format, we use the format previous to perfect circle, which is the basically the same format. Uh, no, please don't lag. Okay. Which is basically the same format because it's the same bundle list, but there's one less booster set and structure deck, which didn't impact Perfect Circle at all. The only relevant card that impacted Perfect Circle Monarch is uh, La- LAD, Light and Darkness Dragon, which anyway is played at once too, so it didn't impact much in terms of the deck being too strong compared to other decks. And like recently they did a format tournament. Yeah, this format isn't paying much. No, please don't lag. God, I hate when format library lags. Again, too much, honestly. Okay. Okay, yeah. And this is the top 8. There has been 23 players, okay? Rat Monarch, Six Samurai, Pervert Seeker Monarch, Zombie, Macrostan, Volcanic Monarch, Perfect Seeker Monarch, Babu Barn, and Volcanic Monarch of Macrostan are also like the top in Perfect Circle. Six Samurai also top in Perfect Circle. But so like if you see, then we have only 3 people playing Perfect Circle in zombie format. And so yeah, that's the name format syndrome. If a format is named with the name of what it was to what it was thought to be the best deck, when the format is rediscovered, is played again, people will jump what it was thought to be the best deck at the time. In fact, in this format, Zombie it's been it's been the most broad deck, or it's like only 4, but like you see what I mean. People wouldn't even consider playing Zombie in Perfect Circle, but and even there, it didn't really do that well. It did the third place, and there were for it was the most broad deck. But yeah, you get what I mean, right, guys? The format, if zombie format had dice diversity in top 8, this diversity is gonna be brought over also in perfect circle format, especially because perfect circle is has more decks compared to zombie format. Because let's go to the format, the perfect circle page. Please don't lag, don't lag. Okay, like you see, these are the cards that were added: Light and Darkness Dragon, Foolish Bura, Tradin, Dimensional Prison, Gladiator Beast Archetype, Claudians. Also, Malevolent Catastrophe was added. And in the Glass booster set, there were also more card support. For example, Six Samurai received Anishi Chancellor. Volcanic became a deck because it received Royal Firesong Guard. I'm gonna show you a Volcanic deck, and this deck is strong. Yeah, in Glass it received this card, Royal Farm Sorgat, which is basically a pot of favourites for Pyro monsters. Yeah, this deck is really, I think it's gonna be one of the best decks in Pepper Circle. It has its flaws. It's not unbeatable. If it goes, it's like I think it's one of the best deck. It's not played much, but it's definitely one of the best deck in the format. Very beatable, but still a strong deck that can six before because it has Royal Firestorm guards. Then well, like I show you the Gladiator Beast deck. I don't think I have Gladiator. Yeah, okay, no, I have GB built here. GB here isn't that powerful. It has Bestiari, but it doesn't have Gizarus. It only have Raklinos and Gaiodias. Gaiodias, I don't know what's called. Uh, no, Frost. No, this is a for fun deck. I don't think it's really good, but I didn't play it much. I basically built this deck because of Frost and Flame Dragon. This is a long Desert Twister, one of the Chaos Monster of the format. Chaos Monster, but like the cousin, long distance cousin of Chaos Monsters, because they're not they're not Chaos Sorcerer, let alone Black Luster Soldier. And so yes, this is it. The format is diverse. Yeah, another card that they also add is Yatagarasu, so it makes Gambit more playable. And so that's it, guys. That's I think that Perfect Circle has a chance at being a diverse format with unhealthy gameplay. So no Duke Locks, no Delinquent Duos, no Deck Devastation Virus. Yeah, I have to be honest here. There's a bad card, which is let's go to PCM1. This format there were holy shit. Okay, it's bugged. I got here Crash Card Virus. Oh no, this is a Rata. But anyway, there is Crash Card Virus, but the pre-Rata version, and it's strong. It's a strong card, but it's not the end in the sense that in Perfect Circle you can build decks to be resilient to it. Like for instance, let's go to my green wing, my wing aggro. Like this deck has like 3, 6, 7 monster with more than 1,500 attack, so it's not gonna be that impactful. Uh, it also so the decks that are really crashed hard by Crash Card Virus are really few in the format. The if Deck Devastation Virus was more playable, that would have been a problem because a lot of decks will be crashed. Like it would be just like Edison. In Edison, you can play a lot of decks because they just lose to Deck Devastation Virus, and this also would be the case in this format if are strong competitive deck that could launch deck devastation virus exist, but it doesn't. I also try to deck build one, which is a virus deck. Yeah, this is the one with Dark Necrophilia, and it's playable, but it's not Blackwing, it's not Vayu Turbo. Um, so it's not gonna be that crazy, especially because in this format, and it's a thing that I love this format, we have free solemn judgment, guys. This is crazy. This is crazy. Free solemn judgment are healthy. Are healthy. I don't care what any other people says. It's healthy. Like also in Edison, I rather have a free solemn judgment instead of one solid judgment and Starlight Road. Because Starlight Road in Edison is a bullshit card. It shouldn't exist. It's a stupid card that rewards luck because it allows bullshit plays. So in judgment is much more healthier. It's much healthier. Uh, So we're lucky that this card exists. So it's good to prevent Icarus. It's good to prevent the viruses. And yeah, that's the point. Even if a virus deck sticks, it's not Bioturbo or Blackwing, so it's uh, it's not gonna be that strong. I also played against other virus decks played by my friends, and I defeated them because the virus comes at cost, and the decks that can use them have many weaknesses and limits. Um, so let's see if I can show you other decks. This is a Swarm deck. Royd, I don't think I finished. No, I didn't finish building it. Uh, then there's Man. Yeah, Bazu Return. I just play one return, but I think it's enough. This also a cool deck. I don't have all the perfect circle deck because like I didn't build the barn decks. Uh, this is another cool deck that you can play in perfect circle because you have Foolish Burial at free, Card of Save Return, a Manticore of Darkness, and a Green Baboon. If you have two of these in the graveyard, same the same turn, or one in graveyard, one in hand, with Card of Save Return, you can draw the whole deck. I played in the tournament, in the first Buffer Circle monthly tournament, and I didn't make it top four. I ended 3 wins, 2 losses. I think it was fifth. So it's good, but it's not even that great. But it's a fun deck that can definitely end in top cut. Also because like 2 3, this card is easy to summon, and especially if DD Crow is gonna find place more in the side deck than the main deck, this deck is gonna have more chances. Because at the moment, many people are on DD Crow in the main, but if my prediction are correct, I think this will change because Perfect Circle isn't gonna be the clear best deck, and the people will stop maining anti-Perfect Circle cards, and the format will be more similar to like a zombie format, but with more decks. Because the power level is kind of the same, but there are more playable cards. Uh, Maybe I think the Standex also in Perfect Circle more counterplays because there's Malevolent Catastrophe, and here there isn't Malevolent Catastrophe. So yeah, there are more ways to deal with the huge back rows. So even with free soul, you have to be careful about setting everything, especially post side. Post side, I've been caught off guard by Malevolent Catastrophe, and it's been a deadly mistake sometimes. So yeah, guys, and that's it. I think Perfect Circle will ask the cards to achieve what God format try to achieve. A old style game with lot of decks. Asurotic, let's see this. Yeah, similar to Benchiotic. Benchiotic is another deck that I've played against in Purple Circle and I lost to. So it's another deck that is playable. I think this deck also saw some success in God format, so it's not even that bad in GOT. But of course, in Purple Circle, it's even more playable. Not probably not the best deck, but I had I lost to it with some respectable decks. And so yeah, guys, this is the end of this video. I don't think I show you all the decks, and I don't even have all the decks built. But anyway, this format has potential. If you are a god format player and are tired of chaos decks, and you want to play outside Yu-Gi-Oh! and maybe Edison with its synchros, with its combos is too much for you. I think Perfect Circle has the right playstyle for you. So give it a chance. There will be actually a tournament starting on the 1st of June in Format Library Discord. So you have a few days to sign up, and this is the end of this video. I hope you like it. If you have critics, I'm open to it. If you have question, I am open to it. Just write them in the comments. And sorry for like being slow, but like this video is unscripted. Was just bored. I wanted to give air to my thoughts. Yeah, I know that this is gonna be regarded as toxic because bashing other formats is seen as toxic. But like guys, I want you to do it. I also think like I like discussion. In the end, the retro formats. It's not like they're political parties. Uh, it's also I have to discuss about what makes a format great. You can compare it to other formats to show where formats other formats failed, and God format gave me the best cases to show where God format failed, since I just won a tournament with Windagro. Okay, like I said, I know it is possible that I just had luck, that my opponents were unprepared. But since like I'm not a noob in these retro formats, I think I have quite an eye to recognize whether a deck is good, whether a deck is not. Even if in Perfect Circle you have to play them because it's really different as a format, even compared to Edison. You have to play the decks. Until you play them, you can hardly say if they're good or not. Like no one would have. People were surprised even that I won with Windagro, especially that the one with Perfect Circle against Perfect Circle decks. Like in the once after a Perfect Circle match, the player was playing Perfect Circle Monarch, lashed at me. He was salty because he said, "Oh, you won just because you drew Nobleman of Cross out. Your deck isn't much different than Gadget. It's just another trash deck. Icarus attack isn't that strong." But like guys, yeah, he was just salty. Like I don't even blame him. Like I don't care about people being sore, being salty. It also happened to me. So it's not to point out this person. It's just to show that people are surprised that in Purple Circle, Wayne Dagro could win a tournament, even if a local. But it's something that shouldn't have happened according to many, and that's because mostly of prejudice, because the format is named Perfect Circle, so Perfect Circle is the clear best deck, even if in the format before, which is hardly different compared to Perfect Circle, the variety in top is much more apparent. And so yeah, guys, this is really the end of this video. I also have to go. I hope my audio won't suck. And for any question, for any critics, write them in the comments. I won't bite. Well, end of the video. I had this page open, and because this is a God dual YouTuber that I used to see, and he was one that copied a lot. And I think in the end, he also came to the conclusion that God format is God format. Chaos, Chaos Control, not Chaos Turbo, and Warrior are the best deck.
two in Swiss, which is fine. But like in the
I
case of
can.
the winner,
Uh,
Ludovico
uh,
Rizzo, if this
I
was a
left
normal
the audio
Swiss
so you would
tournament,
be able to see it. But anyway, basically, like this video is proof of what I was saying. God format has grown stale. It's a format that's still playable. It can still be fun. You can still like it. I also play it from time to time. So it's honestly still a good format to play. Like it's not Dragon Ruler format or other unplayable format. It's still a good format I can play, but it failed at achieving what a retro format should achieve, a diverse format, and this is indisputable. If you discuss this, uh, you aren't coping. You Renard Daniel. Okay, yeah, guys, this is really the end, and see ya next video. And leave a like, subscribe, and critic me in the comments section. Bye.